There are many different coat types among the multitude of various dog breeds we share our lives with. Today we will discuss the 6 main coat types, how to identify your dog's coat type, what are the proper methods to care for your dog's coat type, and what tools and products align with maintaining your specific dog breeds at home. It is important to understand what coat type your dog has and how to properly maintain it. The purpose of every dog's coat, in a nutshell, is to protect the dog's skin and regulate body temperature. Remember, the skin is the largest organ in your dog's body and ultimately one of the most important as well. The skin and coat play a crucial part of your dog's overall health and well-being. Your dog's coat protects the skin from infections, from parasites, from the sun, and other harmful elements your dog will come in contact with daily. It shields your dog from injury and disease. Your dog's coat has a purpose. If we take the coat from your dog through improper grooming practices, we would be opening the door of potentially harming your dog. So let's begin this discussion with what are the 6 different coat types a dog may have. Let's begin with the hairless coat type. There are several dog breeds who fall under the hairless category. The Chinese crested is one of the most commonly seen, followed closely by the Mexican hairless, the Xolo. These dogs, depending on the breed, might be entirely hairless, other than a stray hair here and there, or they may have tufts of hair. The Chinese crested has a wonderful top knot, hence the name crested, the hair on the head that grows quite long. Hair care for tufted dogs isn't difficult. Just comb the tufts to keep them free of mats. In lieu of hair care, hairless dogs do need skin care. However, they need to be protected from sunburn using a dog-safe sunblock such as this one. One of the reasons so many hairless dogs can be seen wearing dog clothes is because the dogs can get cold, and also to protect them from sun and sunburn. Their skin often needs lotion to keep it from becoming dry and itchy. Use a gentle shampoo for dogs to keep their skin clean, and use a loofah to wash your hairless dog. This will also gently exfoliate and rejuvenate the skin. Smooth or short-coated dogs, such as the Doberman Pinscher, German short-haired pointers, Dachshunds, American Staffordshire Terrier, and many other breeds have a smooth or short coat. The coat generally lays close to the skin and is smooth to the touch when petting the dog in the direction that the coat grows, but when you pet the dog against the lay of the coat, the hairs can be prickly. You may see your dog shedding when you pet your short-haired breed against the lay of the coat. Often people choose a short-haired breed when they're selecting a dog to live with because they feel like it will shed less than other breeds. That can be true, and it is also not true. If you do not keep your dog bathed and brushed regularly, you'll find that your short-haired breed, such as a Great Dane or a Bulldog, shed tremendously. Smooth and short-haired dogs do shed, and some shed quite a bit. It's just that they shed short, rigid hairs instead of long hairs like other shedding breeds. Regular brushing with a soft bristle brush, such as a boar bristle brush, can help get the loose, dead hair out of the coat. This brushing will also keep the skin and coat healthier too by distributing skin oils throughout the coat. Some short-coated dogs are prone to contract allergies. After they're running around outside or running through bushes and stuff, they're in contact with a lot of things outside. And because they have a short coat and not a long coat, allergies tend to find your dog's skin a little easier than a dog with a long coat. Short-coated dogs can absolutely be heavy shedding dogs. I'm telling you guys. Don't be confused by the fact that your dog has a short coat, or you're choosing a dog with a short coat thinking he's not going to be a heavy to moderate shedder. He may be. But the key to that is putting your dog on a regular bathing schedule. I'd say every 4 to 6 weeks, and brushing daily. And your short-haired breed will not be a heavy shedder. Wire-haired dogs, such as the Airedale, the wire-haired Fox Terrier, wire-haired Pointing Griffon, wire-haired Dachshund, several other terrier breeds all have a wire-like coarse coat. This coat is not soft and silky, but rather rough and bristly. The coat was originally bred to protect hard-working dogs who worked outside in rough conditions. The wire coat does not shed, but if it's not brushed out, the dead hairs can remain in the coat and become tangled with new hairs growing in. This will cause matting. Using a comb or a slicker brush, brush the coat from the skin out. If you don't brush from the skin out and you just go over the top of the coat, the hair closest to the skin will become a large mat covering the entire body. Wire-haired dogs that are shown in dog shows have their coat hand stripped to maintain it into show condition. Hand stripping a wire coat is a very specific technique that requires instruction and a great deal of practice. Your dog's breeder or groomer who works with these breeds can give you some instruction. However, many owners of pet dogs have their dogs clipper trimmed, much like a curly-coated dog. Before making the decision to hand strip your dog, talk to a professional groomer or your dog's breeder for guidance, as clipping does change the coat. Long-coated dogs. There are a tremendous variety of dogs with a long coat. From the Afghan Hound to bearded Collie to the Commodore dog to the smaller Shih Tzu, the Havanese, Yorkshire Terriers, Maltese. No matter the breed or length of coat, all long-haired dogs need regular coat care. A long coat is more likely to tangle and mat than many other coat types, especially in places where the coat moves, such as between and behind the legs, as well as the softer coat behind the ears. Many long-coated dogs require brushing and combing daily, without fail, and sometimes even a second time after activity. A long coat should be brushed or combed from the skin to the ends of the hair. If the coat is especially thick or long, you may need to do each length in sections before you can do the entire length. If you find a tangle or a mat, do not ignore it. It will never go away on its own. In fact, it may grow incredibly fast as other hairs get tangled into it as well. Try to comb it out, but if that doesn't undo the mat, you may need the help of coat conditioners and leave-in sprays such as Quick or Slicker in order to comb it out. Never cut a mat out with scissors. The skin can get pulled into the mat if the mat is too tight, and you will cut your dog's skin. Depending on which long-coated breed you have, your grooming tools may vary, but to start, you need a slicker brush or a pin brush that can reach through the coat to the skin, and a grooming comb. Curly-coated dogs. Poodles and Bichons, they're the best known curly-coated dogs. Curly-coated retrievers, Portuguese water dogs, American water spaniels are just a few others. The curly coat is curled, as the name says, but the amount of tightness of the curl can vary depending on the breed or the individual dog. Curly coats are attractive and considered low shedding, but are not necessarily easy to care for. Dirt and debris can get caught in the coat rather than falling out as it may do so in other coat types. It will remain in the curly coat until brushed out or washed out. Using a slicker brush, the coat should be brushed from the skin out, making sure there are no tangles, mats, or debris in the coat. Finish by going through the coat with a comb to get the loose hair or small tangles out, and then use something like Quick or Slicker and other coat conditioning sprays. They're a must in maintaining this coat type during routine brush outs. Curly coats can be trimmed regularly to keep the coat at a length that you're willing to care for. Although you can learn how to do this yourself, most owners take a dog to a professional groomer for these trims. The curly coat is a very high maintenance coat. The double-coated dog. A double coat on a dog refers to two layers or types of coat. Australian Shepherds, for example, have a medium-length outer coat, which is the top coat, that's silky and soft, and it sheds and repels water and dirt. Underneath that outer coat, Aussies have a shorter, fuzzy undercoat. This coat protects the dog in bad weather or from briars and other elements, and it also regulates their body temperature. That is one of the most important jobs of a dog's undercoat, is to regulate the body temperature of the dog. Many different breeds vary in length of top coat and undercoat. Labrador Retrievers have a shorter, coarse outer coat with a soft undercoat, whereas like the Shiba Inu has a short outer coat that stands out from the body and a short, soft undercoat. Bernese Mountain Dogs, Newfoundlands, Shetland Sheepdogs, all Pomeranians have a long, thick, dense outer coat with a substantial amount of undercoat. All double-coated dogs need regular brushing that goes through the undercoat to the skin. Without brushing, this undercoat can tangle, forming mats and just an abundance of coat hanging in the top coat waiting to mat up. Although owners of double-coated dogs swear that all this undercoat sheds because it can be seen all over the house, much of it doesn't fall out and needs to actually be brushed out to be removed. I want you guys to take a look at this chart. A dog's coat is an outward indication of internal well-being. So in other words, the coat on the outside tells you so much about what's going on inside your dog. And for this reason, coat health is an important aspect of pet care to many dog owners. Dog coats can be affected by nutritional components from the diet. Here's a table that summarizes the effects of several nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and so on a domestic canine coat. This is based on current research and evidence. Don't forget that I have a full playlist on my channel talking about grooming your dog's health with food. It's very important, guys.